Mr. Mayor, High Constables and citizens of Lichfield, I, David Dundas, Dozen of Conduit and Dam Street, present my report of the events since this court last year. Thank you, my lord. The year started with the ongoing debate about the new railings and the steep bank around Minster Pool, installed to prevent the ducks from assaulting the folk passing by. We believe that the real reason for this high fence is to stop our men from fishing the pool. Either way, the railings remain controversial, and at least one scrap metal merchant has been eyeing them for an opportunity. No sooner had my men been inspected at last year's court of Arraye and were found to be in good fighting order than bunting was strung between our buildings to celebrate the Diamond Jubilee of our beloved Queen during the first week of June. Much celebration was organised, and on the first Saturday of June, a large number of our citizens gathered at the other end of Dam Street to picnic on the lawns in the front of the cathedral. But soon the heavens opened to usher them all inside the cathedral itself, where the big lunch continued with much merrymaking, accompanied by the music of visiting minstrels. With the street bunting still deployed, at the end of the month we were invaded by a convoy of strange vehicles, preceded by men bouncing around on springs and ploughing their way through the city streets to make way for torchbearers, whose intent was not immediately clear. So our good folk cheered them on their way in the hope that they would not stop and set light to the place. The following Saturday, the Lichfield Festival held their ever-growing market, which attracts merchants from far and wide, and now stretches right down Dam Street, giving my men a lot of work keeping the crowds in order. One of the torchbearers had lingered on in the city. Having transferred his flame to another runner, this brave young man, Tom Bolton, who is disabled, brought his torch to the market and stayed on the Burton Hospital stand, where, aided by our town crier, he drew many visitors to be recruited as members of our hospital. And you should all become members of the hospital to keep an eye on it, and it's free to join. Our giraffe, often seen on Dam Street, has moved to the Enterprise Park, and the paving stones around Market Square continue to deteriorate as we wait for the experts to conclude that using sedimentary rock for a road where carts and other vehicles pass is not a good idea. A lot of rain fell upon Lichfield during the year, and much of Stow Fields remained waterlogged throughout it. So the council is now considering the planting of rice there to supplement their income, but they're waiting for the global warming to bring the warmth required. An outcrop of Japanese knotweed occurred on Bishop's Walk nearby and was dealt with by experts, but it has now returned this year to challenge them again, a nasty invasion better treated with magic potions than by weapons of my men. I, Councillor David Dundas, Dozen of Conduit and Dam Street, present this roll of able men, capable of bearing arms in my ward. As I have a valid CRB certificate, I have examined the accoutrements of these men. And I beg to report that all is in order and that they are ready to defend the city.